you do it twice. I'm sorry. I can't do laggy lives. Freddie, are you ready for dinner? Dinner, 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 dinner. Yeah, dinner time. That's right, buddy. Did you finish his food?
No, I think the jar's in there somewhere. You want me to come look for it?
Yes. Because I don't. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to kick you. Come on, Fred. Let's have dinner. Gotta feed you well for Mom, okay? Here we go, Mom. I gave him an extra 0.2 ounce today. Enjoy, bud. We feed him canned food. It's wet food. We water it down a little bit more. Aaron, can I eat some of your meat slop?
My meat slop?
Can I eat some of your meat thing?
The stew stick?
Yes. Oh, so please do not put really hot shit straight in the fridge like that. It pulls the temperature down in the fridge so much that it hurts the machine.
Okay, yeah, you can have some.
Thank you.
Have as much as you like.
Aaron made some meat broth, and it was made with the
I'd say it's more like vegetable soup.
vegetable soup. Okay, meat vegetable soup made with a pack of pork neck bones that Mom had bought. I brought over some of her groceries to Woodside so that we could eat them, because I have decided, y'all, that I do not like living at my mom's. So I won't be there all the time, and I need to move some of the food to Woodside so I can start eating it more frequently. But it's going really great. You know, hope I'm not jinxing it, but I had some return customers. They took away more clothes, they took away more furniture, and they brought me boxes, which I needed. I got a lovely paper shredder from one of our viewers, and I'm gonna shred up everything. It's gonna be delightful for me to just feed the machine, you know. And I brought back some stuff because my friend Samira drove me to and from Mom's the last couple of days, and I was able to really utilize her car drives to the max, and I'm starting to haul some of my stuff that I'm gonna keep It's our apartment is getting smaller by the day, but it feels really nice to have pieces of that life here with me. Um, so I noted I will not overheat that machine. I do not want to break her shredder. It looks like a really nice shredder. Freddie, how's your dinner, buddy? After I went off the live yesterday, I ate half a jar of mom's peanut butter, so my plan to not binge on the peanut butter by bringing it here was uh, not really thought out, but it is what it is. So, let me show you some of the stuff that we brought back from mom's. I found a lot of stuffed animals and I really could not keep all of them and it was really painful, but I thankfully had the same dude who was shipping clothes off to Haiti before I came back got more clothes and I was like, do you want some toys? He took off a lot of the toys off from my hands, so I know that they're hopefully not all going to a landfill. And then he also took some of mom's shoes, which was delightful. I still have some shoes. If anybody wants winter boots in my size and mom's size, so anywhere from 6.5 to 8, let me know. But I kept 2 stuffed toys. This is Madeline from, you know, the cartoon series. This was a doll that my dad had bought me when I was still in China. She's missing a bow and she's got some discoloration on her face because one winter I thought that her face was looking a little dry, so I decided to put some lotion on her face. And so, you know, she's very well lubed, forever moisturized. So, this doll is from 1996, y'all. This doll is very old. And the second one that I kept is a Dalmatian, and I think I named her, like, she looks way cuter. She's not very photogenic. She looks really warped in photos and video, but she's really, really cute in person. She actually used to be a keychain. You can see where the keychain attached. I think she was like either $6 or $7 in 1997. So I used to write Chinese diary entries, and my dad, as a way to encourage me to continue writing Chinese characters, gave me $1 for each entry that I wrote. So I started saving up some of that money, and my dog, I actually just call her Gogo, which means puppy in Chinese. She was one of my first purchases, and I had a kidney condition growing up called IgA nephropathy. It's an autoimmune thing that makes your body attack its own, I don't know what it is. Somebody tell me what IgA nephropathy is, but basically my kidneys were really suffering. And I had to get a biopsy done in a big scary hospital, and she was there with me when they pierced me, so. I have a birth medallion. So I was born in the year of the snake, so that's the snake. And this has my birth date and my birth time on it, so birth medallion. And I brought back lots of photo albums, like a lot of photo albums. I think that's my dad and me. I'm pretty sure that's my dad and me. This album is all of my dad and me. Really blurry photo. Oh my gosh, my dad, he really knew how to serve some face. Look at us being, dad and daughter together. That's cute. Oh, were you eating trash, Freddy? And you knew not to do that. Good. Good God. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Here's some of beautiful mom. Damn, girl. Damn, girl. Look at her being studious. Wow. Yeah, unfortunately, because of my dad's genes, I was not as pretty as mom, but at least I got half of her. Okay. So that's one. Freddie, do you want to meet your siblings? Her name's Madeline. Do you want to meet her? She's nice. Yeah, come meet her. I love her. And I love you too. Yeah. Don't be scared. And here's Puppy. You want to meet her too? They're nice, Fred. Come meet. Oh, be nice. Yeah. Oh, you can pet her. Yes. She's nice. Okay. That's a great meet. That's a great meet. I'm going to put them on the bed, Fred. You can play with them if you'd like. If he tears them up, then Charity lived a good life. Better than living in a drawer like she did for the past 8 years. Cookware, stock pot. Believe me, I gave away a lot of mom's pots and or am throwing them away, but I just can't bear to throw all of them away yet. Some nice cute plates that my grandma's been using that she no longer needs. I believe I purchased these for $1 at a store in Forest Hills that no longer exists. I love them still. This I thrifted at a sidewalk garage sale. Made in Japan, sound collection. Mom didn't really collect spoons, no. This was also apparently made in Japan. It's like a little saucer. I believe I thrifted this plate too, and I love it because it's got half a sun and half a moon on it, and there's just something so pleasing to me about this kind of contrast in one. There were 2 of these plates. I want to give away one of them, but currently nobody is taking the other one. These are childhood plates that I grew up with. My parents always use these. You can see the age on them. If no one takes the other one, I think I'm going to take it back home too. I was 7.5 when I came to America. So stock pot is pretty normal, but pretty sturdy, and I think we're gonna get some nice use out of it. Now this one is very special. This is a Chinese medicine pot. So there's a handle here, there's a spout here, there's a lid here, and it's kind of enameled inside. So it's like the inside of a Le Creuset almost. Don't tell anyone, but I believe we have had 3 turtles be cooked in here because for my IgA nephropathy, my parents basically got off of like the Chinese restaurant black market some turtles because they believed that turtles were good medicinal shit. So sorry, turtles. I don't think they cured me. Turtles are also illegal to eat in the US, so please don't arrest my dad. Really cool. I don't know if it's still gonna work, but I needed to bring this back. This was like so much a part of my childhood memory because I spent so much of my childhood being sick. The turtle was unfortunately disgusting because of my kidney condition. I was on a very restricted sodium diet, so it tasted like the most disgusting old ass chicken butts, unseasoned, cooked to a straw-like consistency. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Here
Gotta be
is,
fast since he's sitting right by my desk eyeing my soup.
he is Hungry Boy. This is my Hello Kitty utensil kit that I got in Japan when I lived there. What?
Well-
Uh-oh.
I think he took, I put my keyboard up, I think he tried to put it over, knocked it down with his hair.
Uh-oh. Part of the tip is broken. I don't think I'll ever use these chopsticks again, but the fork and the spoon, you betcha. Yeah, but it's cute still. Very cute. Maybe one day I'll get rid of them, but for now I really need to hold on to it. I'm not ready to let go yet. New Hello Kitty chopsticks. For sale in Japan only, apparently. Oops. And here we have a collection, I believe, of silver-plated bowl, chopsticks, and spoon. And later I'm going to take some toothpaste to this, and we're going to see if we can polish this shiny again. Wrapped in shower caps that my mom had for some reason tucked in her shopping bag. I don't know why. A little teapot. I don't remember when we had this little teapot, but I do vaguely remember it appearing in my childhood. It's really cute. Tiny. And this was the bowl that my mom had been using. I remember when I still visited her every weekend before the pandemic hit, this was the bowl that she would use to eat. So I am trying to give away all of the other bowls that we used to eat in because I simply have too many bowls. But this one I'm going to keep. If I use toothpaste, it's going to ruin my silver plate. Interesting. I took home a tiny Pyrex because it's tiny and I love it. That's it. No other reason. Here is my Hello Kitty bag from childhood. You know, nice little purse. It's a little bit too small for me nowadays, but it's adorable still. And I have all sorts of earrings in here that I had been storing at mom's, but they've now come back to me. Here's a diamond one that I can't find the other one of that my uncle gave me when I went to China. Here's a peace sign stud. And here's a hoop that I put a necklace pendant on. It's like a turquoise star. What are you doing, Fred? But yeah, I have a lot of earrings in here, so I'm gonna keep them in here. And I got a blanket for padding. And I think this might be an opal spoon that Aaron got me. I think this is the kind of thing that you used to like eat oysters with or something. Because you're not supposed to use metal on, sorry, not oysters, caviar. But I got an opal spoon. If anybody wants this opal spoon. Is it opal or abalone? It might be abalone. I'm not sure what it is. But if you want it, let me know. It's a little bit weird. And it looks a little fragile. But maybe I could use it for my clay masks, you know? Yeah. Abalone. Yeah. Not opal. Sorry. Mother of pearl. Whatever. Yeah, I love opal. That's about it. The rest is my dad's stamp collection, which I'm gonna hold on to for him for now. That was exciting. Now I'm hungry. What should we eat? Do you like this cereal, Aaron?
Yeah, it's fine. What?
I was just wondering. It's a little too straw-like for me.
Let me know which nature's path you want to leave the rest of the
What?
Let me know which nature's path you want to leave the rest of the coupon on.
I don't even know their selection. I'll eat whatever you have. Samira and I dug up some dumplings frozen in Mom's freezer and we cooked it and we ate it and it was really delicious. And I'm not sure if Mom made them, but they looked really homemade and they were really good. So maybe Mom made them. But whatever the case, I am very, very, very happy that we are slowly beginning to eat all of her stuff because honestly, it haunts me. Like, the more stuff that is in the house, the more I'm haunted. Not by, like, ghosts or anything, but just by memories. Memories can be very haunting. So I'm just trying to send it all off. my shoe. Now I have to wash my shoe. Did you know that apparently roach eggs can survive on the bottom of whatever you smushed it with? Which is why I always rinse boiling water over it.
I don't think there's much meat left on these, but if you want to try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I thought I was going to eat some of yours, though.
Right, well, there's not really anything left on here, so.
Can I eat some of it in the
Yes.
pot?
Where do you want the bones?
I don't know. Freddy's probably going to dig through the trash, right? So
I'll,
we're going to have to
I'll take out the trash tonight.
Okay.
I gotta do that anyway since the,
You can put it in that bowl. That blue bowl.
I gotta do it anyway since the, styrofoam container that the.
Yeah, he keeps trying to sniff it. He's a crafty boy. He knows. He knows there's food in there for him. Have you ever seen this pot, Aaron?
No.
This is when I had my kidney condition and my parents would give me all sorts of disgusting shit.
Is that a magic medicine pot?
Yeah, it's a medicine pot.
It looks, ancient, like something you would see in an archaeology site.
You should like it since you're an anthropology major.
I am a anthropologist. Should I have some Talenti or my eating days over?
I think you should have some Talenti and maybe a truffle or a shot of whiskey.
Should I have whiskey poured over Talenti?
Ooh, maybe.
That OLED screen looks really nice. It's like a very dark black.
So, I'm getting rid of Mom's Windows phone, but I'm keeping her number because I need to stay in touch with everyone that's on her phone. So Aaron helped me buy this new Pixel. So far, I like it, but I actually don't really love the screen. Aaron likes the screen. I don't. It looks a little flat. But I have a new phone. I have two phones. I'm a boss girl.
Girl boss net.
This is a Pixel 4.
4A. It's
4A.
the mid-range version of the 4, which got better reviews, I think, than the 4. Is just
I got a refurb, and it's in a barely blue.
I'm gonna let that soften up a bit.
It is the Mediterranean mint flavor of Talenti. So I have two Pixels now because the one.
Richest person in the world, I gave Nez our other Talenti coupon.
Okay.
My generosity knowing what I was giving on Talenti like that. Can anyone name a better store brand than Talenti for ice cream?
What?
Is there a better store brand than Talenti for ice cream? I think not.
As far as mass-produced, widely available ice cream brands, Talenti is pretty good. Too bad they got bought out by Unilever.
I don't know if they were bought out or were just created as Unilever brand.
I think they were bought out.
Oh, saved. Some counter.
Unilever is like, it's not even ashamed of being evil.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. But makes some good ass ice cream. Oh well, what am I gonna do? Not eat the ice cream?
Surprisingly, despite how paranoid my mom could be about security, her phone was unlocked. No passcode. Maybe she just didn't know how to set one up. After all, it was a Windows Phone, so I probably couldn't have walked her through setting up the passcode, so she probably just gave up.
Is
just said
Talenti gelato?
Yes.
Yeah, it says so, but I don't really know the difference. Gelato is just like ice cream, right?
It's a Pixel 4.
Hey,
I like
Other matters.
Talenti because the jars are useful. The Talenti container was my weed jar for a very long time. But now I have a new one, courtesy of Mom. I found this shortbread container at her house, and I was like, perfect for my weed, really airtight. My favorite flavor of Talenti is sea salt caramel, the best.
I would say Mac is my third. After Jed Bush.
What, Fred? You didn't like this yogurt yesterday. Remember? Here. Doesn't like goat. Alright, y'all, let's take a look at what Aaron cooked up for us. Looks delicious. Aaron used some dried chili peppers that I brought back from my mom's. The pork was also bought by my mom. Thanks, Mom, for feeding us. We love you. We miss you. I'm going to start off on Aaron's bones first. Ooh, that is spicy. Mmm. Yep, pretty good. Grandma's good. I visited Grandma today. She said if I'm eating dumplings to bring her some, so I brought her 4 dumplings. She scarfed them down. Let me tell you, she ate them in record time. I only saw her bite into 2 and then 4 were gone. Yeah, it's always like boiled string beans and asparagus. No, Fred.
I played
Go away. Go away.
yeah, I don't know. But it's actually pretty cool.
No. That's spicy though. Yes, please. For some reason, I've been eating a lot of meat recently, probably because mom bought a lot of meat, so I have to eat it now, but I'm really enjoying my meat phase. It is obviously unethical, but mom bought it. These peppers, I think mom dried them herself. They look very like homemade. They're just dried crushed peppers. So I asked grandma if she wanted any more meat, but I don't think she liked my flavor combos, so she was like, nah, no more meat. But when I asked her if she wanted dumplings, she was immediately like, yes, dumplings. So. My mom was not a very good cook. She actually hated being a housewife. It's kind of sad for my mom because I feel like she never really lived the life that she wanted to live. But it's just a reminder for me to live the life that I want to live, I think. I think all her life she was trying to make sure that I didn't make her same mistakes. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. Bones. What can I say? They're pretty good. Mom never really oh my god, Fred. Mom never really wanted a kid. Dad was the one who wanted a kid. So mom made a kid. But mom didn't want a kid. There's a lot of spices in here, guys. I've been told by the internet to not give him stuff. I do not want a kid. That's so spicy, Aaron. Aaron!
Yeah,
Spicy! I think Grandma's getting used to the American food that they serve at the rehab facility. She wasn't a fan, but she's like, you know, it's food. I'm like, all right, give you a couple more months, you're gonna like it.
Yeah. I asked for digital version, which actually.
Wow. Fred.
You know, I think it's just sort of like more approach. So either way.
I want to find somebody who looks at me that way too. I'm not eating this with rice because one, I don't want to, and two, I don't have it. I mean, I have rice, I didn't cook it, you know? I think Grandma is still technically in the short-term stay right now. Do you think I can give him a little sliver of meat, Aaron?
Give him what?
A little sliver of meat?
Yeah, if you think the chili is, I mean, a tiny piece is fine, of course. He was a trash can for most of his life.
Yes, Jasmine, I know you're gonna say no. I've shown glimpses out my window before, and the way that you just asked for it kind of creeps me out. So no, I'm not gonna show it to you right now. Sorry. Gotta, you know, since Mom died, I've been following my spidey sense a lot more. Whatever I'm comfortable with doing, I do. Whatever I want to do, I do. Whatever I'm not comfortable with doing, I don't do. And I feel like this is a good way to live. Yeah, there's not much outside my window, you know. There's just another building. It's really dark outside right now. It faces the street. Unless we have Micropeen driving down the street, it's really uneventful. No, Freddie. Hello, New Zealand. Do I want some changes to my hairstyle? Girl, I don't have time to think about my hairstyle right now. Aaron made this. He stewed some pork neck bone meat that Mom bought.
For a very long time.
Yes, he was a street cat.
Guess we should eat that
All right, you desperate little thing. How about a Greenies treat? Are you a good boy?
Yeah, there's a bunch of those.
That's it, buddy. It's my turn to binge, not yours. Oh my god, Aaron, my nose is running from just the meat. My lips, they be plumping. Oh god. Woo! Ah. All right, I'm gonna have a piece of cheese. And then I'm gonna have some peanut butter and nuts. I think my subs have been just slow, gradual climb. But I think average viewers have increased on the lives ever since I told the story of how my mom died. The internet, it loves a good sensation. I need one more piece of cheese. Who am I kidding? I only had one piece of cheese and I thought that was enough. Get out of here. Cacio Cavello. Not my favorite version. This one is too salty and tastes a little bit too much like pecorino. I would love some goat cheese right now, but I do not have. I don't spend a set amount on groceries per month. I think the most I've ever spent is maybe $60 per week. But that was before I worked in food media. When I am just developing recipes for Delish, I very rarely spend over $20 because I have to, especially during work from home quarantine era, I rarely have time to, or for space to cook my own stuff. I don't like Pop-Tarts or Vienna sausages, although Mom loved Vienna sausages. I don't have a favorite cheese. Do you have a favorite cheese? Does anyone out there who loves cheese have one favorite cheese? Recipe development is a weird process. I was very intimidated when I worked in a restaurant and my pastry chef encouraged me to start developing my own desserts because I was like, I don't know how you develop a recipe. And then I started working in food media, and obviously my job is to develop recipes, and it's a lot of referencing to start off other people's recipes. It's a lot like any other art, honestly. Like when you go to art school, you copy other people's style first. You learn the foundations, you learn the techniques, you learn how to cook something first. And then over time, you learn your taste. You learn what you like to eat. And at first you are too timid to really put your own touches on that recipe because you want to make a recipe that you think the general public will like. After a certain number of years, you develop enough skill to merge what you like to eat and what the public would like to cook and eat into one thing. Not a lot of people do it well. I still don't. Just because I can make really fun looking things on Budget Eats doesn't mean that they're always that good to eat. So recipe development is a very fine art. In order for you to develop a recipe that everybody likes to eat, it really takes a lot of practice and time. So, just like any other skill. Do we have snacks? Only nuts. Normally I would love to have some nuts, but now I'm just like not feeling it, y'all. I'm not feeling it. I'm so tired. Dang. This fridge is looking real lonely. Oh, y'all. This Bon Maman expired in June of 2018, and I used it for a recipe, and I still have some of it. So why don't we just eat some peanut butter with Bon Maman? Mom's peanut butter, by the way, is fucking delicious. I know it's just generic, but it is so good. So good. So, this is the way I eat peanut butter when I'm not a complete disgusting piece of shit. When I am a complete disgusting piece of shit, I just dip the spoon in there after licking it and all of that. But when I feel like being less of a disgusting piece of shit, I reach in there with a spoon, and then I use another spoon to lick off of. That way I can dip this one back in that only has 1% saliva matter rather than like 89% saliva matter, you know? I think Urban Meadow is just like a generic grocery store brand, no? It's so good. It's like salted just right. Really slick and fatty, but like still earthy and proteiny. Yeah, I know. You don't like peanut butter. This peanut butter is so good I don't even want jam on it, but I will put some jam on it. It expired jam time. When is June gonna die from food poisoning? We'll never know. It's jam. It's jam and peanut butter. Yeah, you don't like it, bud. Whipped peanut butter with the jam, no, that's too much effort. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Peanut butter. Even when you don't think you want it, you want it. It's so good. But seriously, guys, when do you think I'm actually gonna get a peanut butter sponsorship? Like,
Who can you shill for, June?
if no one else sponsors me, I just need one peanut butter sponsorship. Please. This one is perfect because it's gritty, so it's not completely smooth. But if I had to choose crunchy or smooth, I might just choose smooth. I love crunchy though. It's a hard choice. You can't really lose, guys. Peanut butter sauce recipe. Yeah, it should be live on site. Microwaving peanut butter and pouring it on ice cream sounds fucking delicious. You genius. I do like almond butter, but not as much. It does not have my heart the way peanut butter does. I will still binge on almond butter if I'm truly, truly, truly depressed. But peanut butter is one of those foods that is just like so addictively good. Wow, this jam is runny. And you wonder why I have roaches. It's because I'm really gross right now. Food is dropping everywhere. Fred, stop begging for food. You don't like this. That's right, you don't like it. So why do you want it? Bye, Milk Peaches. I think Grandma should be set on the Medicaid, but thank you for that offer. Wow, that sugar, it's hitting. There are also a shit ton of you watching me eat peanut butter with my cat rubbing up against my leg. What do we want to talk about? I'm here to entertain y'all while I binge on peanut butter and sugar. Yes. Hello, Australia. Fred has already eaten dinner. You missed it. You missed Mom's favorite portion of these lives. You don't gotta be sorry, Betty. It's just more peanut butter for me. I don't know how my mom ate peanut butter. I didn't even know she liked peanut butter. I don't even know why she had 3 jars of peanut butter in her fridge to begin with. I've never seen her eat peanut butter. Mysteries of Mom. Never ending. I don't know who she was. People's success to long-term relationship. People's secret to long-term relationship success. Yes, tell us. What are your secrets? I'm just finding out that, like, I knew my mom as my mom. I didn't understand who she was as a person, a worker, a boss, a colleague. I didn't understand who she was as a woman. I just found some open-toed sandals today from Lucky Brand in her closet when I was giving shoes away. Like, I thought she didn't like open-toe shoes.
What I was thinking there. I mean, it was a bad decision, but I also feel like I
Peanut butter never gave me constipation. Don't you worry about me. I am experienced in this field. I am a professional. Okay? Do not attempt this at home. I've eaten a full jar of peanut butter in one sitting before. Don't worry about me. I've survived, and I will survive until I can't handle it anymore. And then I'll know that it's my time to go. Let me read your comments better. can say the F word on here. Who's censoring you? Not me. Maybe YouTube will, though. I don't have any words blacklisted.
That's how the game.
I'm hoping that people can use their own discretion to consider what is acceptable and what is not. If you are embarrassed, then that's up to you. Yeah, YouTube is holding it. I graduated in college in 2011. Then I went to China to teach for a year, which my parents did not want me to do. Then I came back in 2012, and I moved out in 2013. Alright guys, you can stop saying fuck in the chats. It's giving our mods a lot of work to do. They didn't want me to go to China because China is awful. The politics is awful. The firewall prevents you from seeing a lot of the internet. The air pollution is terrible. Food safety laws is existent but not really enforced. Corruption is everywhere. I got scammed on my first night there. Some dude who worked at the airport who seemed really nice told me that the airport was closing and my connecting flight was at like 4 a.m. and I landed at 2. And he was like, you're gonna have to go to a hotel. I have a shuttle here that can take you. He put me into the shuttle. The shuttle took me to a hotel. The hotel took me, like, I paid 400 yuan for a hotel stay that lasted 3 hours. And then people were fighting with like bars of metal at ground level below my hotel. It was fucking terrifying. 400 yuan for context is about, I don't know, $65. But I also only had like 600 yuan on me the whole time. So I had 200 yuan to live on for my 6 weeks of teacher training. All the other fellows were like so sad for me. They offered me money. Like they didn't even want me to pay them back. They were just like, please take money so you can eat. And I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm just gonna keep eating roasted soybeans and apples for the rest of my days here. Yeah, China's not great, guys. China's not great. They also do a lot of human rights violations. I don't have a hometown. My mom always wanted me to go with an Asian guy. The one thing that I learned about the Chinese education system is that they have one way of doing things correctly, and it wrecks the self-esteem of every student there. One of the subjects that I taught was art with 6th graders, and a lot of them just flat out refused to draw because they were like, teacher, I can't draw. So I'm not gonna do it because I can't draw. Like, I suck at drawing. And I'm like, that's not the point. But in China, that is the point. You have one way to success. There is only one right way to do things.
It's an excellent place in Russia. You should go there.
Definitely separate bank accounts for long-term relationships, y'all. Do not mix money together. I firmly believe that money was a driving factor of my parents' marriage downfall. Because of the way that our society views money, it makes us hold ourselves and our self-concept and our feelings of validation. It's also tied with money and monetary success. And the minute you don't match your partner's expectation and your own expectation of that monetary success, things start caving in. You don't need one more reason to feel bad about yourself. I think NYC is probably my hometown if I had to say. In my heart of hearts, I still feel like I'm from Beijing, but I don't know Beijing as it is now. It's changed so much. My childhood homes have been bulldozed. The hutongs don't exist anymore, so.
What's Jeff doing?
Aaron, did you have some of this peanut butter?
I did, I had it today.
Did you like it?
I did. Molly BB.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. Look, all these gifts you're giving us. I like them so much more than all the other gifts you bought. Like, really fucking expensive UGG earmuffs that I never wanted. Which I'm sorry, by the way, for yelling at you for buying them for me. I regret it now. And I'll wear them. The things I liked about China was the food. That's it. Literally nothing else. I did not like the people there. I did not like the environment there. I did not like the culture there. I only liked the food. Bye, JC.
He's,
Why not the people?
He's successfully running
Because China and the Chinese government
No,
has created an atmosphere and a culture of fend for yourselves because nobody else will do it for you. And so everybody is constantly judging each other and scheming on how to take advantage of the other person so that they can get ahead, so that they don't get crushed. If you're not on top, you're on the bottom. Nobody wants to be on the bottom. It's that kind of mentality. Of course, you know, I had family there who treated me kindly, but like strangers, I could not count on them. I could not trust anyone. I developed major trust issues after being in China. Obviously, I still let strangers into my home. So, but that's about 10 years after I left China. I was in China for 2011 to 2012. And I'm only letting strangers into the house because my mom died and I want to give stuff away. I normally do not do this kind of thing. I think ever since mom died, my judgment has been off. I have not been thinking like I normally do. So, you know, that's that. My mom did not want to go back to China at all. She only wanted to go back because of family. Aaron and I really want to go to Taiwan. It was on our itinerary list.
That's why I was complaining about not being
What do you mean thoughts about the genocide? Would I be pro-genocide? Jesus Christ.
I was also like, he doesn't have any.
I feel very defeated because the world does not care about any genocides unless they can seek to gain economically from it. Nobody is speaking out against the shit that China does. Let's see if I get demonetized for this shit. Nobody is speaking out against the shit that China does because China is a huge trade partner, huge factor in other countries' economies. And if you speak out against China, first of all, which country doesn't commit human rights violations? They would be hypocrites. Second of all, they would lose a shit ton of trade. Shit ton of trade means a shit ton of money. Nobody wants to lose a shit ton of money because we all want money, because we all want power, because we all want to be on top. Right? this comment has been getting to me. It was on last night's live. You know who you are. There was a comment that was like, June, you're so idealistic. Don't be silly. You need money. When people offer you money, take it. This is how artists live. And I'm just like, no. I don't need money right now. And when I do need money, I'll be sure to ask for it. I've always said that if you guys want to donate to me or give me funds, I fully welcome you to choose a organization or a cause of your choice and to give your money there instead, because I don't need it. There are people who need it. Also, I don't want to feed into this system of like gain wealth, stash it, hoard it, and then plan to do something maniacal with it. I don't need it. I need it for my commune. I've been looking into land. It's very daunting, guys. I can't afford like most of the 40-acre land plots. I can afford like maybe the 3-acre land plots. But also the pictures that come with the 40-acre land plot pages are terrifying. I've always feared photos of outer space and galaxies, and I've always feared photos that you see in like those encyclopedia CD-ROMs of like vast landscapes. They freak me out. And so seeing the aerial shots of those 40 acres of land like freak me out. I don't think I can. I need farmers and I need people who can do stuff. And I just want to be there to like film us all. I want to bake some bread with y'all. I want to pet some alpacas. But I'm going to need peeps who actually know how to do stuff to teach me how to do stuff, because like I'm terrified of nature, y'all. I'm a city girl. I don't know any of this shit. So, or if you know folks who are taking apprentices for farming, give me a DM. Maybe I'll run off and become a farmhand apprentice, you know? Sandy, does your friend need a farmhand? My real name, June is my real alias. It's on my citizenship papers as alias. My real name is my Instagram name. Yeah, JG, it's Woof, right? You're referring to Woof? I could do that. That's something that I wanted to do out of college. And then I worked on a farm for a summer and I was like, I don't know if I can do this for life. But now, I'm old and I'm ready. Yep, eating peanut butter on the floor. How much money do you guys think we need for a commune? I don't think our commune should be bigger than like 40 people max. $2 million? Jesus Christ. My mom always thought Aaron was too much like my dad. So, at the beginning she did not like him. But, you know, as the years went on, she grew to accept him. But I think she was always a little afraid that he's a little too much like my dad. I would love to drive a golf cart. Do I need a license for that? I probably can't kill that many people with a golf cart, right? When do you think you grew into your confidence? When you realize that the versions of success that have been passed into your brain are not the versions of success that you truly want. When you start to define for yourself what it is that you want to do for yourself, that's confidence. Guys, you still think I have a reason for naming my lives the way I name my lives? I just spit a title out so that I could put the notice up that I'm going live. I don't really put that much thought into these things, y'all. If you think I planned these things out, you are sorely mistaken, my friend. Oh, this is a grooming brush for Fred. Yes, I always eat until I'm stuffed. I continue eating after the live is done. What? Do you want pets or no? I have seen that woman who teaches her cat to talk through buttons. A lot of people do that now on TikTok. Okay, alright, no more. Got it. I don't jar and pickle my own vegetables. I don't really do canning.
But the Democrats are proposing.
I would do YouTube full time. Absolutely. Aaron is a Pisces. Fred, can you hand me that little bowl? Can you hand me that bowl? Useless. All the men in my fucking life. My mom didn't really eat out, y'all. She actually really liked to eat big meat.
Like,
Like the legs of turkey that Tess eats on her shows, or used to rather. My mom loves. Just like whole legs of meat. She loved dairy. Basically all the shit that she wasn't eating because she thought she had to lower her cholesterol. Another reason why it makes me really sad my mom died before she got to experience the life that she wanted. Fred is always food motivated. That's why he's my cat. Did I drop one, Fred? No?
didn't even see what was that.
Oh, he's always waddled. Even when he was a stray, skinny stick. Cold grapes and peanut butter.
Feels like that.
Frozen
It's like-
or just fridged?
What was this just me? No, no, you're filling jars and stuff.
I call him Fredo, Freddy, Squinch Plum, race car with no wheels. I do the little trill thing where I go, Fred, Fred. Hi, that's you. I'm calling you. These are really good pistachios. Really delicious. Hi, bud. Did you know that if you ever have a hard to open pistachio, you can use a shell and stick it in that crevice and twist to open? Oh, I have to hammer the ones that are completely closed. Hi, Fred.
No. We should.
I didn't get to eat much in Egypt, unfortunately, y'all. Ooh, I edited our LA vlog for like another 40 minutes today. Aaron was like, do you want to use my computer for a while I go shower? And I was like, no, I don't think I can do it. And then I was like, no, I can do it. This is life now. I will not trap myself into the mourning, grieving narrative of the only thing I can do is handle mom's affairs and cry and feel sad and take care of Lalo. I have to start making time to do things that help me detach and help me color out the other pages of my life right now, because in order for me to normalize my grief, I cannot segment it into a specific time period for a specific length of time. This is all I will have now, is grief. Do you want to jump on there, Fred? Shall I move the thingy? Okay. Freddy, Cosmo the cat tells you hello. Rice cooker is gorgeous, guys. I shredded my fingers because I used the steel wool with my bare hands. But she is beautiful now. She was beautiful before, but she's really, really scrubbed. I don't know if it works yet, but we should cook on a live, right? I scrubbed the inside a little bit too. It still looks pretty gnarly, but... This rice cooker has got to be at least 20 something years old. I remember us using it when I first came to America, so it's probably even before 1997. It doesn't have a song. It only has one switch. You press it down, it pops up when it's cooked. I mean, late 80s is when I was born, so. You think my parents got it from China and brought it all the way here? Although my parents did live in Japan for a while, so maybe they got it in Japan. Kiki. Freddy. Fred. Kiki says hi too. Fred. Kiki says hi too. Do you want to say hi to Kiki? Do you want to say hi to Kiki, Fred? What is the temperature fuse? You're talking to a noob here. Fred Maverick also says hi. Maddie and Miley, but they're sleeping. I think I love Fred, and I don't know if he can feel what I can feel, but I feel like I have a really nice connection with him. No P.O. box yet. Fred has helped me entirely as a therapy animal. He's my familiar? What's a familiar? I thought it was only for witches. Are you saying I'm a witch? Am I a witch? Soju says hi. Yeah, I don't really like gifts.
Or let's just say you mentioned
Sorry, guys. You know what would make me really happy? Just give a couple bucks to that guy who needs a coffee that day. I'm not afraid of Android or robots. My friend Samira just asked me today, actually, if I watched Westworld, and I was like, I watched one episode, but when you put like a rape scene in the first episode of a show, I'm not really gonna stay around for it because it's just too much. But she was like, would you be upset if you fell in love and you found out that the person was a robot, like a Westworld robot? And I was like, I think I would at first, but not really after, because why? If we connect and we understand each other and we make each other happy, does it matter what kind of thing they are?
Yeah, it's great.
We are all some curated version of human. Some of us curate ourselves a lot more than others. We present ourselves to other people on dates in a certain light. We would never fart on a first date, probably. That, to me, is basically a sort of android. It's selective intelligence.
I'm a fatty.
I ate the whole 2 bags of cheese crunchies at Mom's. That's why I was like, I need to not. I mean, I'm still binging here, but this is like a much more relaxed, enjoyable binging. At Mom's, I was just like cold, alone, sad, kind of scared, kind of creeped out, completely exhausted, and just like really fucking lonely. And I was sitting there and I was like, I understand how my mom feels now. She must have hated living in that house. That's why she wanted me to go live with her for a week. That's why she kept asking me to go live with her for a week. I understand now. I just wish that Mom could have articulated to me that she was sad and lonely and afraid and depressed there. But she would never say any of those things to me. Because she always wanted to be my mom. And to be a mom is to not give your kids your own burden. And that's why the last time I met her in person, I told her that I'm not your daughter anymore. And I didn't mean it in the way that like I disown you. I meant it in the way that like I'm grown. I need you to stop treating me like you're still responsible for me. And I need you to stop trying to protect me, because at this point, nobody can protect any of us. And that's what I meant by, you can still pretend that you're my mom, but I'm not going to be your daughter anymore.
Trying to bond me.
Because I wanted her to be free, and I feel like in her life she was never that free. And it really hurts me to not have seen her be who she wanted to be.
Yes.
I tried my best to explain it to her, but even though I'm fluent in Chinese, I feel like there's a subtext to communicating in Chinese that I was not fully cognizant of, and I think the combined language and cultural barrier led to a lot of misunderstanding between me and Mom over the years. She said some things that I took wrong. I said some things that she took wrong. And we just ended up hurting each other a whole lot. Even though we didn't mean to, and even though we loved each other a lot. And it's not something that I feel like I need to beat myself up about, because it's just the way things happened. I would not consider being a mom. I think I would make a terrible one. I need to do all the things and give all the things is exactly what my mom did and thought. She constantly apologized to me for not being a good enough mom because she couldn't help me with all of my homework because she didn't speak English that well. But she was also responsible for doing like 99% of my college search, even though she didn't speak English well. She did so much more than I ever expected her to. And she did so much more than she ever really should have. So it's no mystery why she burnt out at the age of 61, a week away from her birthday. To all the moms out there, we thank you. We love you. There's no way we will ever understand the sacrifices you have made for us, but also please take care of yourselves. Because as your children who love you, we want to see you happy and fulfilled, and we want to see you live healthy. So please prioritize yourself, especially if your children are no longer children. You know how in flights for the safety video, they always tell you to put on your oxygen mask on before you put your child's on? You gotta do that shit, please. Put on your fucking oxygen mask first. Because if you're not there, your children aren't gonna do well either. I know it makes moms happy to make children happy. But it is also highly advisable that you find a balance. Because your happiness, I hope, is not only coming from the happiness of your children. We want to see you be happy, independent of us too. Your biggest responsibility as parents is modeling what you want your children to become. I remember in high school, the thing that stuck with me most from English class is our teacher saying, show, don't tell. You can't just tell your children to do something. You gotta show them how to do it. So if you want them to be something, you gotta be it too. If you want them to take care of themselves, you gotta take care of yourselves first. We want to see how you do it, and that's how we learn best. So many things we learn by absorption.
Nice.
My mom did not take care of herself. In the months, especially in the weeks leading up to her death, so many of her emails repeated this one line that was, take care of yourself. Your body is yours. Your work is for others. Meaning that, you know, we only have one body to take care of, and it's important for us to be healthy. And no matter how stressed and tired we become because of our work, that work is for our boss. That work is for our company. That work is not for us. But she didn't do that. She was gonna retire early this year.
Yeah. I love when games like that. So I love the full mint of saying Exactly. They should have an opportunity. They should just let them
She wanted to travel to so many places.
Sure. Oh, yeah. I am not
I can't live for her, I can only live for myself.
let it
But at the end of the day, a large part of me is her. Not only in terms of genetics, but also in terms of the amount of energy and love and care and smothering that she poured into me. So, when I live for myself, I am living for her. I don't know what stopped her from pulling the retirement trigger. She had been talking about retiring for years, according to her coworker, since 2013. I think she just felt needed at her place of work, and she felt like she couldn't leave. And maybe it was because my mother tied her identity so tightly to who she was to other people that to not be a mother anymore and to not be a head editor anymore would have meant that she needed to really, really, really explore who she wanted to be and who she was. And maybe that was daunting, and maybe she was just procrastinating, like she procrastinated on fixing the kitchen ceiling, which is now tearing open again. My mom always told me that she was always a little bit lazy and she never put in enough work at school, and you know, she never cared about being a perfectionist. And that laziness is what she used to explain her habit of procrastination, but it's very possible that she was suffering from a very, very long bout of anxiety and depression that was undiagnosed. A couple of viewers reached out to me saying that after seeing my captions and my stories and my discussions about how my mom was wearing really shitty things at home, even though she had kept the best things to give away as gifts to other people. And just this sense of like persistent, I don't deserve this, or I don't deserve better things. But who knows, right? She never told me anything like that.
So they tried Lady Bottom and Joe
A sunspot? That's like sun damage. My mom didn't get this kind of spot until she was in her 40s. I got this in my late 20s. Oh, my mom was editor of a Chinese newspaper. It was a Christian nonprofit organization. She was responsible for the Northeast edition in the US. So it wasn't in English. But she is a writer in Chinese. My mom literally wore a lot of hats. I found a stack of 8 hats that were tagged and unworn. They were beautiful hats. All but 2 remain now. People love them. I gave them all away. Correct use of literally. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She really had great taste. My mom is such a stylistic queen. She always bought clothes for me, and every time I wore her fucking clothes that she bought for me, people would compliment me on them. None of my clothes that I bought for myself, people would compliment me on, but literally every single thing that my mom bought for me that I wore, I would get compliments on. So I have shit taste, obviously. QQ, do not make more money for your children. You want your children to be independent adults, and if you raise them to be good citizens of the world, I think they would want you to be able to work a moderate amount that is healthy and feels good for you, and for you to spend that money after they're grown on yourself. I would have loved for my mom to stop buying me gifts so she could just make herself as happy as she could, because there is nothing more precious and treasured to me in terms of a gift than to see my own mother happy. It is really heartbreaking to know that there was so much unhappiness or just lack of happiness in my mom's life. Don't pull the gift of the Magi shit, okay? Don't do that. Please, just don't. Just don't. Communicate. Make your wishes known. Be fucking honest. Be honest. Do not take offense at honesty. And let the people speak for themselves what they want. Because that is my greatest gripe in life with society. We can't tell each other what we actually want. We gotta learn how to do that, y'all. And if I tell you I don't want it, I don't want it. I want you to take my word for it. I want you to trust me. And I want you to respect my knowledge of myself. When I tell you I don't want gifts, when I tell you I don't want money, I don't want it. Those things burden me. I then have to think, what do I want to use this money on? If I don't have the money, I don't have to think about that. All this shit that's at my mom's house, it hurts me. It hurts me to give things away that didn't belong to me. And it also hurts me to have to deal with shit that do belong to me. All my childhood toys, all the broken shit, I gotta throw them out because they're of no value to anyone else. So I don't want more stuff. Because I don't want to hurt anymore. And if these things hurt me, and I'm telling you I don't want more, and you end up giving me more, you're either not trusting me, or you're not listening to me, or you're just completely disrespecting me, right? I'm not speaking to anyone in particular. That was a general you, including my mother's habits in mind. I don't want gifts. I want to spend time with you. I want to cook with you. I want to enjoy a meal with you. I want to open up a bag of cheese crunchies and sit on the floor and drink some soy milk or tea and just pet Fred. And those are the things that make me happy. I want to take a walk with you. I want to go grocery shopping with you. I want to go bargain hunting with you. I want to share a pizza with you. I want to go to the beach, dig our toes into the sand, and just listen to the waves and feel the slightly sticky breeze blow over and feel our hair get heavier. And I want to wear your clothes that you no longer wear. And doing that would make me way happier than wearing new clothes.
I don't even think yeah.
I'm okay. Crying is great. Means I'm feeling things and it means I'm alive. And pain is part of the experience, which will only make joy shine a little bit more vibrant the next time it comes. All good. I hope that we can start to appreciate honesty, and I hope that we can get less defensive about it. And I think the moment that we can accept what other people say to us as a neutral statement instead of a personal attack is the moment that we have attained self-confidence, self-love, and general understanding of our existence on Earth.
When I died, exactly.
When we feel offended, that means there is a lot about ourselves and our world that we don't like. And we haven't really done the really nasty, troubling, confusing work of figuring out what that is. And it doesn't need to be an assignment that needs to be completed in 2 days or 7 days or even a year, but it does need to get worked on. Because if we can't be honest with each other, then we're just going to perpetuate hurt.
I wonder if the 2000 point game is possible. Even if, let's say, like you could solve that.
Hi, Hong Kong. I feel so sad for what's happening in Hong Kong, I gotta say. Fuck China, man. Bye, Dawn.
Next battle pass level, I get a shirt. I want to pirate.
Mom loved all the fatty foods. The fattier, the better. She didn't really have a thing for sweets, but she loved cheesecake. Loved vanilla ice cream. Loved whipped cream. Loved pork belly. Loved all the meats. She loved meat. Fried chicken. All kinds of fried chicken. Biscuits. Mashed potatoes. Super buttery mashed potatoes. She loved ricotta cheese with a little bit of honey.
It's like, well, I should. Because
There was one Italian cheese that we got for her from Murray's, or another cheese purveyor that we couldn't find again because it was always out of stock. She loved that one. I gotta remember what that was.
Can I just like do a compare? Switch my feels like that.
She didn't really have an American name, no. She just always went with Sufang. Sufang is her name? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta eat the fat off the meat. Why not? It's all part of the animal. It's the best part of the animal. She loved salmon head. The cheeks of the salmon head is her favorite part.
Yeah, it'll let you more. It's like, all right, buddy, go for it.
I don't really know my grandpa's pork belly thing. I just made it up on the spot for that Budget Eats holiday edition. My grandpa's recipe, I don't fucking know. It was delicious. I was too young to like know what went into the food. I just ate it.
Evian is playing EA. You think this guy's still beyond 6 years old?
Good luck, Norhan. My mom didn't really like to garden, but she had a backyard, and she was starting to plant some like chives and dill. I actually saw a squirrel go into the pot today, sniff around, and then hop out. It's kind of cute. Oh, she loved pine nuts. Yuck. My grandma cooked. My grandma cooked all the time when I was growing up. My grandma cooked buns, mantou, which is just like steamed bread, but like some like Sichuan peppercorn scallion pancakes. Shit was good. What made my mom laugh? Comedies, really stupid shit. I actually haven't, I don't remember her laughing much these last couple of years. How do you deal with knowing the right choice to make in a moment? How do you push forward in life while experiencing anxiety? What is giving you the anxiety? Pinpoint that. And then ask yourself, is this worth the pain? And the only thing that works for me when nothing else works, when shit is so bad that all I want to do is kind of like just die, I think worst case scenario. Say I have anxiety about Budget Eats. I don't want to shoot it. I feel horrible for the week leading up to it. Then I ask myself, is feeling this bad about shooting Budget Eats worth it? Does it have to be as extensive of an episode as the previous ones? And what is the worst possible thing that can happen if I completely fail on this Budget Eats, or I end up fucking something up with the footage? The worst possible thing that could happen is that episode sucks. People give me shit about it. I think through all the worst case scenarios down to the detail, right? I delete a whole day's of footage by accident. Then what? Then I have to tell my editor and Julia that I fucked up, and then I have to tell the camera the next day that I fucked up, and I have to describe what dishes I made and what happened. And it'll be a sad episode, but that's that. We'll probably still cut it and push it out. It might not get as many views. It might just get like, I don't know, 278,000 views, period, as opposed to maybe 1 million in 5 months. And it won't be any worse than my other videos that only have like 40K views on it. At the end of the day, what am I being anxious for? Is it because that I put my self-worth on the line and that I feel like my work represents me, and that if I don't do good enough of a job on this episode of Budget Eats, then I'm a worthless person? Because if that's the case, then I really need to reconsider why it is that I'm basing myself on the merit and the perceived value of my work output when I'm not even getting paid for the videos. Like, what part of me has been brainwashed and trained to ride my personal value and worth on a video that I'm not even getting financially compensated for? In a world that deals in money and gives you value in money, if I'm not even being valuated based on the performance of that video and the way the world speaks for value, then why am I doing that? What external forces have trained me to make myself feel bad? For what?
We can do quick research. I'm gonna kill myself. Oh yeah, we did everything except the single difference. Here's the thing, if that was the wrong thing here.
A lot of the things that make us feel bad aren't actually dangerous things. Anxiety should only come when there's danger. But so much of our world right now is imagined danger. Do you know how much danger we can imagine for ourselves through media, social media, and just general vague sense of, oh shit, we're doomed? A lot. That's why mental illness is on the rise. Because we feel so connected to terror, horror, and destruction that we can't seem to escape constant anxiety. But these are not real dangers. These are perceived dangers. Even if global warming is happening at a frightening rate, that is our reality now. Climate change will continue to wreck our world because we chose to wreck our world blindly. And that is something that I accept as a fact now. It is not something that I can run away from. So if you can't run away from facts, then stop running. That's how I think about it. Yes, I am salaried. And I don't get paid for my video experiences. Which is why it was hilarious when Bonap burned down, because some people were getting paid and some people weren't getting paid as much. Because, like, we just looked at each other, all the talent at Delish just looked at each other and we were like, none of us get paid for any of this shit. And that's why we're unionizing, y'all. I have since passed off, because my mom died, I passed off the bargaining committee member position to Zach, my beloved video editor. He is the GOAT. But that is why we're unionizing. Hearst fucking sucks. Sucks dick, man. Sucks so many dicks. Bye, Carly. Solidarity forever. Unions got us a lot of our shit. Our labor laws are still shit, but the protections that we have in place are all union results. So go fucking unions. Unionize your workplace today, y'all. I think what happened at BA is they were salaried and then they were also talent contract as a part of Condé Nast Entertainment, CNE, which is their like video department, I guess.
I've never been so upset with school.
At Hearst, which owns Delish, we just get paid our salary. We don't get paid for our video
It's like sometimes
appearances,
they
period.
aren't faster or stronger.
We have brought it up and it has been rejected. So there is no difference for me in terms of how many views I get per video. There is no incentive besides my own desire to produce good content. Daddy Hearst doesn't give a shit. Daddy Hearst will push out all the shit content.
They have enough ideas.
It's just too bad that I do give a shit.
Or
I'm not gonna go back to school. What am I gonna study? Farming?
I don't wear flip flops in real life, so I feel like it should be more reflective.
I don't have a contract
I already
for video because I don't get paid for my video appearances.
the Jennifer's.
But I bet if I made a Budget Eats type thing on my channel, Daddy Hearst will come for my ass. So, we're not gonna touch it. Also, we don't have to touch it. I have other ideas and things I wanna do.
That's what they should.
I'm not just Budget Eats, y'all.
They should just be like, yeah, it's Dave Bucks. And I'm like, why?
I'm the whole fucking store, not just the discount aisle, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Every game, it's a game token, and it's just his rapid face.
Joe, I was talking about Hearst being a bad place to work because they deny that they're a bad place to work, but they are.
They're gonna
I look forward to feeling like happy and healthy and right again enough that I can finish editing all the videos, and who knows what will become of the footage that we took in Egypt, but I hope to push that out too. Everything that I record, I hope to package it.
I liked our
Edit it.
last day there a lot. I'm glad we did that.
Yeah,
The big mosque visits.
yeah,
Those were beautiful.
they were. And the cats.
And I liked walking through those really nice local neighborhoods.
Yeah, with the kids chasing after us. Yeah, that was nice. We had a really bittersweet last day in Egypt, which was like our second full day in Egypt, and then I left on a plane. So strikes or work stoppages are like a last resort thing. You want them to be powerful, and you also want them to have the entire unit behind it. We need to make sure everyone is ready to strike before we announce a strike. Otherwise, it would not be a good move because it would seem weak ass, and we don't want to be weak ass. We want to be solidarity forever, forever and ever. So we gotta get the people on board. We gotta get the people on board. I told Aaron to stay in Egypt because I wanted one of us to be able to finish out the vacation. I wanted a link to feeling normal, and I wanted him to bring me back souvenirs, and I wanted to see his Instagram stories, and I wanted to live the vacation too. So Aaron was my agent to live out the rest of the vacation. And I'm also very sorry I ate like all of your pistachios.
It's okay.
Can I have the cereal now too, please?
Oh, I'll take out the trash.
Yeah, I put it up there
That's-
because Fred was sleeping.
Yes, I was hoping, my brain didn't process that the trash can was in the sink. So which of the dates have you had so far, or did you finish everything?
Oh, the dates are really good, but definitely the $50 pound one that you got me is the best.
Good,
Yeah.
the holy days.
Mm-hmm. $5 a day in NYC is the first Budget Eats I ever shot. That was $35 for the week. That was shot on my cell phone.
That's a king's ransom for you now.
Julie, we are doing travel vlogs. If my mom didn't die, I would have had the LA ones out by now. Damn it, Mom! Hi, Bushwick. Ooh. D, your husband is a wise man. Fred is there. Do you not see him? There he is. I love Trader Joe's. Who doesn't like Trader Joe's? Saudi Arabia? Are you filthy rich? Aaron and I have had endless amounts of bickers over the years. But it's fine to bicker because I'm not really invested in it anymore. It's not about trying to change me or him or the relationship anymore. My favorite things from Trader Joe's, that yogurt that comes in the neon green lid.
I think you mean doodles.
Cheese doodle for sure. Listen, if I had goat milk, I would be eating this with goat milk because these are hard as rocks.
Did you finish the goat milk yogurt?
Yeah. Ashley, you feel conflicted about TJ's because they gentrify food items, but like, who doesn't?
They gentrify food items. What does that even mean?
Yeah,
I
can
don't
you actually
underst-
explain
I don't
that?
understand what that means.
Wait, hold on. But I would like to. Are they appropriating or gentrifying? Or are those the
Neighborhood-
same?
I know that neighborhoods can be gentrified. How can a food item?
Well,
Which
let's
is a
let's
case.
wait for the explanation, Aaron. You don't gotta ask the same question 6 times.
Done that up.
Tam Seasick. That book sounds really great, and yet another reason why I don't want to write a cookbook like everybody wants. There's no point. It's been done before. The whole thing about Budget Eats is no recipes. The whole thing about Budget Eats is just like use ingredients in unexpected ways and try to find something good. We stay together because we're roommates now. Honestly. Rent is not cheap in New York, y'all. Also, we have Freddie. Oh, they take ethnic food and make them whiter. I'm used to seeing that shit, honestly. I don't mind it because for people who have never experienced the quote-unquote ethnic foods, it could be a nice entryway. Or it could be a shit show if they don't make it well. But also, you know, there's always variations on certain things, and I pause to say that it's less quote-unquote authentic too, because then it's just like a gray area of like, what's authentic, what's not authentic. Trader Joe's was where I first learned what harissa was, I think. No, that's a lie. I learned harissa when I worked at Barbolona. Never mind. Did Trader Joe's tell me what babka was? I don't know. All I'm trying to say is Trader Joe's is great. They're not going to get everything right, but they are the least of my troubles. Let's go after Nestle first. Maybe like shoot down Unilever. Maybe let's take down Zuckerberg and you know, Bezos. Like, let's focus on those guys first. They're fucking shooting their penises into space. I'll take some Trader Joe's misaligned, really weird reinterpretations of food over penises into space any day. Okay? Cool. Priorities, guys. Priorities. We gotta set them. Dry cereal is sometimes really not good, guys. I just want to like crunch on something, you know? I do think this is kind of like my emotional eating is kind of like a compulsion. QQ said Paris Hilton has a cook show, seriously. Yeah, have you guys seen Paris Hilton's cook show? I have no problem with Paris Hilton having a cooking show. I do take issue with her videographer though, like, that shit was not filmed well. Some of the shots are super overexposed. I don't actually want to live in Inwood. It feels too far up. I used to stay in Queens because it was closer to Mom, but I guess now I can move. Well, Grandma's here now. Yeah, it was filmed terribly. I agree. It was kind of cute. I made it through one episode and I was like, not gonna watch that again. Sorry. Oh, so it's not a cooking show. You're very right. It's basically like her version of vlog.
Can I put this away?
Uh-huh. Thank you. Is it cool now?
It's quite cool.
Okay. Thank you. It was delicious.
Good.
Fred liked it too.
A little scrap.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I gotta add more veggies next time because when you cook it that long, the veggies just break down.
Disintegrate?
Yeah. Which adds to the flavor, obviously, but I just want like thick veggie soup.
Mm-hmm. I listened to really shitty music in college and never asked me that question again. I I've been wondering why certain language, clothing, spiritual practices are considered cultural appropriation, but cooking ethnic food is fine. I still don't know what cultural appropriation really is. Just saying.
Like, does there need to be a victim for this? You know?
Probably, yeah.
Like-
The people who are getting appropriated are victims.
No, but
You want
it's-
some weed? Are you opening my weed jar?
I was just curious what was in there. Like, oh, that was a huge whiff that came out.
I know, it's strong shit.
Like, if you're being accused of cultural appropriation for, I don't know, that somebody who wore like a Chinese dress to prom or something. Like, who are the victims in that situation? Who was wrong?
Yeah. I think I agree with the comments. It's when appropriation is when you make profit off of it and you benefit off of it by kind of manipulating and distorting someone else's background, culture, whatever it is. It's when you co-opt it. It's when you benefit from someone else's lived experience and labor, basically. I hated the review video like I did with Paris Hilton cooking Noreen. I hated that one. I didn't want to make that video. I was made to make that video and I was cringing so hard when I did that video. I hated it. So I'm not going to do that again. No, thank you.
You have creative control now. Because you're a big shot.
Listen, I couldn't get through that video either. I was being coached through all of it. Never make me do that kind of video again. I don't know if my video helped encourage Paris Hilton to do her Netflix series. I don't think Paris Hilton needs any encouragement from me to do anything. Ooh, Paris Hilton and Brad did a video? I'm gonna watch that now. Y'all, my phone's running out of battery and our viewership is dropping like flies. Fred, wish the people a good night. I'm gonna eat the rest of this cereal box and I'm going to shit up a storm tomorrow. Thank you, Nature's Path. Not sponsored, but I did steal 10 of your free cereal coupons. Yeah, Fred says time to go to sleep. Bye-bye.